Turn left.
My name is Tania Franco Klein. I was born in Mexico City.
Turn right.
I'm 31 years old and I'm currently residing in Mexico City too.
Please turn right. Are you lost?
The way the project came out to be was because I was lost in the California desert. I remember I lost the internet and I had Google Maps on and there was no way to continue, but the map was still saying this.
Proceed to the route. Proceed to the route. Proceed to the route.
And there was no way to proceed. But really, for me, was a metaphor of how contemporary life is and how we're very free, we think. But really, we are supposed to do what everyone does, like buy a house, get a family, like get money. And that it's very hard for you to deviate from this already very pre-established life. So for me, Proceed to the Root is a very interesting title because I feel like it's a direction that life is giving you. It's like this inner part of yourself that is constantly telling you what to do and that my characters are trying to fight. Before, when I had the concept, it was very hard for me to visualize. Like I started experimenting and I didn't know how to materialize it. And when I did that image, it suddenly felt the perfect mix between the subject and the direction and the place. It was by accident that it happened. And then I realized this is where the series is happening, like they really have to materialize until I understand them. The more I build work, the more the work tells me what the work is really about. So I try to be very flexible in this sense. And the same happened, for example, with the one of the airplane. We were late going to our Airbnb. It was not like I was trying to search for a photo or anything. I just always happened to have a few things with me just in case, like I'm always traveling with wigs just in case. And literally I look back and I see in this huge field, this private property, I see this airplane and I'm like, should I just go in, And I was literally trespassing private property without any permission or anything. And I was like 2 weeks after there was like a very big mass shooting in Texas with Mexicans. So I was very paranoid. I already drove through Texas, I had this mindset of being chased. And in the second that I start taking the photos, there's like a huge helicopter flying above me and I'm trying to make the work, but at the same time I think I'm being chased by someone and I'm like taking the photo and throwing myself to the floor because I think someone's gonna take me to jail, or like being shot. Or so as long as I'm on a wig, I already know I can do anything, completely leaving my route and finding new ways of doing work. I always had a fascination about hair in general. And I think there's something very interesting about the history of hair and the way things get perceived, like personal historic events that change your life and what you do with your hair. I always felt that was very interesting in people. It's like, I just broke up, so I'm just gonna cut my hair and like I'm a new person. And I really like this idea of leaving your hair behind because I feel like in our society that's understood as finding kind of new life inside the life that you already have. And there's one image that I just added a few months ago. I was working in a commission in San Antonio, and the person that ended up assisting me, it's like she came out of one of my shots. Can I make a photo of you? Like you're a great assistant, but you're actually like a perfect muse. And it's very few people that actually inspires me to really take their photo, This location was very particular because the railroads are literally next to these homes. So it feels like you could just wake up and jump out of your window, and go into a train and leave your life behind. We're constantly daydreaming about so many things in our lives. Even turning your phone into an airplane mode nowadays, it's that kind of escape. Leave me alone. I want to take charge of my own life, and I want to do whatever I want without world bombarding me.